Hi there, Alison here with another Cab Franc du jour. Today we're back in the Loire Valley and we're looking at the 2018 Vignoble Musset-Roullier Le Neuf Vingt Anjou Rouge. The story behind the estate is quite heartfelt. Gilles Musset and Serge Roulier are longtime school chums since they were quite little. Both their parents owned vineyards, and when their parents decided to retire, what Serge and Gilles decided to do was merge the two estates. So that happened in 1994. Together, their vineyards combined to have 19 hectares of Cabernet Franc vines, all of which are farmed organically, and they're located in the village of Pommeraye in Anjou. What's interesting about Anjou as an appellation is the soils are extremely different than sort of the rest of the Central Loire, where we have Chinon, Bourgogne, Saumur, etc. The soils here are formed from the Massif Armoricain, which dates back to the Precambrian period, which is sort of 2,500 million years ago to 500 million years ago. So we're talking some of the oldest soils in France. They are of metamorphic origin, so we're talking schist in this case. But because Anjou is sort of on sort of the edge of the Massif Armoricain as well as the Paris Basin, we see also a little bit of limestone soils and a bit of sand as well, but predominantly schist. And schist is known to sort of produce quite powerful, robust wines. So let's give this a taste and see what we got. The nose is quite fruit forward. I get quite a lot of sort of plum, some currant, a little bit of Bing cherry, I think, but quite sort of pure ripe fruit in terms of the profile. There's even a little spicy component to this as well, like almost like a black pepper element. And in terms of the herbaceousness, there is some definite underlying herbaceousness. I would lean it's more herbal, kind of like sage, rosemary. But there's a touch of kind of that capsicum kind of note as well in it. And the palate is quite juicy. I was expecting a little bit more tannin, but it's actually quite supple and sleek on the palate. Very, very fine tannins, relatively low tannins. I would say satiny is sort of how I would describe them. The acidity is quite energetic, very mouth-watering. So there's something quite lively about this wine. There's an energy to it. It's kind of kinetic. And I do get this sort of underlining sort of ferrous iron kind of element to it that you know, you can sense the power of the schist really kind of coming through. But it's very balanced. It's not, you know, this is not some hedonistic, you know, overbearing kind of example. It's quite sort of restrained in that way, and does a nice dance between sort of the power of that sort of energetic backbone, and then there's this sort of supple juiciness as well. Have you had many wines from Anjou? Do you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments below. And of course, as always, you can visit the website, my website, for a complete write-up on this wine. So we'll be back again soon, and thanks again for watching. Cheers.